Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is early morning, but I wanted to get a play of Great Western Trail Argentina in. So this is the solo mode for the game. So I'll be showing that off to you. Great Western Trail is a phenomenal game from Alexander Pfister, who's definitely one of my favorite board game designers. And this is a follow-up where there's just some slight rules changes. If you've played Great Western Trail before, then there's just a few changes that were made here. But it's generally the same thing. Although, I mean, they're significant enough to call it a different game for sure, but they're pretty straightforward. I am learning a little bit. I've kind of done one playthrough myself. No, I have done one playthrough myself, but, you know, getting the gears turning again, so I will be doing a little bit of looking things up. I also will let you know the game is sprawling, so it doesn't really fit on my table. I had to zoom way out, which a little unprofessional. You could see this box that I have here will be visible and a few other things, so it's not my favorite view, and had to put some cards in some weird spots, but we'll get through it. So that's kind of the idea. All right, so welcome to the table here. This is Great Western Trail. Here is our travel through Argentina, kind of coming up this way, around, circles around, and comes up there. If you're looking to follow the map, there are branches that go off, so this splits into two paths. We've got our harbors here, Liverpool, Rotterdam, and Le Havre, that we can deliver things to, so that's kind of a new piece. Here's Pedro here. Unfortunately, with the space I had to put Pedro's deck of cards over here. And as this fills up, I'm going to have to come up with a plan. So I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. I may have to move the cards over here or move something like this. I haven't figured out what my plan is going to be as the table gets more full, but we'll work our way through. So this is the market where we can hire new workers from and whatnot. When we come up here, this is where we're going to be able to turn in our cattle that we are bringing. It's kind of a cattle driving game. Here's my player board. These are all unlockable elements here. This is what I currently have. Am I supposed to start by drawing one? I actually feel like I am supposed to do that. No, I guess not. No, I guess I'm good. Okay. So this is Pedro here, starting down here with the yellow hat. I have the blue hat here. I actually get to place myself on any tile on my first turn. I have a deck of cow cards here, and then one of these shuffled in as kind of my rest card. So we have these over here, which are new to this version of the game. Oh, hello, Matt. Hello, Willem. Don't have a cow, Argentina. Matt says, I love this game. Haven't played this one yet, but I really enjoy the original. Yeah, same. So, like I said, I'm just going to try to be working my way through. I also have a little bit of a hard cutoff at 9:30. It's 8 o'clock, so I've got an hour and a half. I may have to show you 2 rounds and end it at that point. That's why I tried to start nice and early for everybody. But thank you for joining me. I didn't even look up, which is kind of silly. But sometimes these early morning ones are a little bit trickier. All right, that is the main structure. Pedro is going to be run by this deck right here, and then this is kind of... actually, these could be separated, huh? So we'll put this here for now. This is kind of Pedro's level, if you will. I'm playing on the easy mode just to learn the game and show it off to you. As per usual, I'm not going to play super optimally. I'm just going to play, and I'll flip the cards up here as this market fills. I'll slide it over if nothing gets built here. It's not my favorite. I would prefer not to do that. I thought about actually moving these off of the table, kind of to a side table, and then just showing them, which is probably in retrospect what I should have done, because these, we could just use these as we do, but here it all is, so let's check it out. This one is much better, says Matt. Nice. Yeah, that does become tricky when you kind of cut your budget. I had a similar thing where my wife doesn't like Great Western Trail. She doesn't like cow. I don't think it has anything to do with actual cows or whatever, like cattle driving, but it's just not a theme that excited her and whatnot. And space games are the other big ones. So this one was trickier, but I eventually ended up picking it up, and I'm going to try it out here. So that is the plan. All right, so I'm going to go first. I draw 4 cards as shown here, and then I get to move, so I can place myself actually anywhere. So here's my starter deck. I would like to get rid of these cows. There are Niata, Frontierso, Patagonico. So these are the various cows that I have. All right, so I get to start on any one of these building tiles that I want to. I think there's one that lets me discard like a matching pair. So maybe this is a good one right here. Oh, that's why I don't start with one. I have one of each. Oh, the other big change are these farmers that you can help out. So there's spaces you can go to help the farmers, and you could trade in for things, and then you'll get some of these tired things. So the cards now have like a work token on them with a scythe, and you can trade those in to collect these tokens, which can then give you bonuses or victory points at the end of the game. So I should mention that as a difference, as well as this here, which really is going to be when we turn things in, we put them on the boat, and eventually the boats will take off. And when the boats take off, they'll come over here to the harbors, and then we can move things up. Okay, I think maybe that double space is a good place to go, so let's just do it. Let's not overthink it. So we're going to go here. We're going to discard 2 matching cows and get 2 money. Uh-oh. My money is here. It's not that much of a table hog, but in terms of a solo game, it's very much of a table hog. These boards also add a lot because they are big. So if you played with 4 people, that would be a lot of space. All right, and then per conductor I have, which I have 1, I can move my train forward a space, and so I shall. I think they're actually on the 0 space, but I like starting them in the little building that's there. Makes sense to me. And then at the end of my turn, I draw back up, and that is the end of my turn. All right, so Pedro's going to flip a card here, move forward X. So in this case, X is 1. So Pedro will move to the first space. Pedro always ignores all the buildings, so really Pedro is a timer, right? Coming through here, going to these spaces, possibly landing on your stuff, but avoiding it if they can. And then this says they will purchase a token from the market that fits their specialization. So his specialization here is the Cowboys, and I apologize, they have different names that I will look up because we are retheming it. Oh, I think they're Gauchos, right? They're just the Spanish names, but I think it is good to use them. Gaucho, Carpintero, and Maquinista. So the machinist, the carpenter, and the herder. All right, got it. So really, herder is what it is. Okay, so they're going to purchase from their specialization. They're going to take this green one here, and they're going to place it here. And there's kind of a hierarchy of they'll buy something that has the symbol or something that costs less if they can. But in this case, that's the one that can be purchased. And we don't refill this. We just fill from here as we go when we come up to here. All right, so that's back to us. So their turns are nice and simple, which is something I like about this. It is so funny. I remember like when Terraforming Mars and Scythe kind of came out, and there was the whole debate on the dual layer things, and you know, it was tricky in terms of cost, and now you see them everywhere. I remember Jamie Stegmaier saying, "Oh, it's a lot of cost to do that inside," and now it just feels pretty typical in games. And they've got them where like this one's only bowing a very little bit. Like I could push on this side, and the other side will push up, but it's nothing major. It's not even really off the table. I wouldn't even know it unless I pushed on it. So. Production quality is through the roof these days. All right, let's go have a cow. So we're going to go here, and we can discard a black cow or a fronterizo. I can say it. I get $2, and then I can purchase a cow. So we come down to this market here. And if anybody has questions, you can let me know. I'm not really assuming that people know Great Western Trail, but kind of. I'm not going over every detail. So I've got these cows down here. I have 1 gaucho. So I look here. I can either purchase one of these 1s for 4 coins, or I can purchase a 3 for 5 coins, or a 4 for 11 coins. Well, we only have 3s and 1s, so that's all I have to worry about. I can't get access to any of the others. So do I want one of these 3s? So the benefit here are the different numbers of victory points at the end of the game versus what they can do during the game. These ones have a lot of help for the farmers. So we could go that farmer route, which maybe is fun to show off. So let's do it. So we're going to spend 4 coins, and we're going to purchase one of these Karaku. And that will go to our discard pile. There are ways to purchase more. So like here, if I had 3 gauchos, I could purchase 2 threes for 5, excuse me. And that is the end of my turn. So this one, sorry, I should show you this. So this card here has the size symbol and it has 7 of them. So I can use 7 when I'm trying to help these farmers, and then the farmers can come over here. So it's kind of a new path they've added. Ooh, but now look at, I'm in good shape. Oh, and I only moved 1 space, but my movement is actually 3. I knew it was here somewhere. So I can move up to 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So I can almost get back because I've actually got a good set here for going to. What is the town? Is it Buenos Aires? Is that, yeah, that's Argentina, right? Buenos Aires. Let's see. Yeah. Now I just have to find it to confirm for myself that I am thinking of this correctly. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Buenos Aires. Yep. Okay. Good. I was 99% certain, but I didn't want to make a mistake. Decent when it comes to geography and countries and culture, but I'm not amazing at it. So, all right, moves 1 per gaucho, so 3 gauchos. So 1, 2, 3 comes up here, ignores the space, and then gauchos are there, so they're going to purchase a cow. So then they have this little strip to help us out. 3 gauchos, so they either take 2 threes or a 4. So I'm just going to assume they're going to take these high victory point value ones, and these are just going to get set aside. Where are we going to put their pile? We're going to put their pile of stuff over here and hopefully remember that. All right, so that is what they will take based on that. Okay, back to us. So we can move up to 3 spaces. So we just want to look for a place we can go, like even here. This one is per farmer, gain a grain, and grain we're going to need to turn things in. And then we can either discard or rest card. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll go here. For every farmer we have, we gain a grain. Grain is something we're going to need when we go to ship over here, as well as when we pull things down from here. And then we also can either discard a rest card that we have, which we don't, or we can do one of our bonus abilities. So we're going to do this one to take a coin, because we don't want to draw a card and discard a card, because we have a hand of different ones. You have to turn in different cows when you get to Buenos Aires. So we are set. Did these boards have the dual-sided stickers that you had? There are no stickers in the game. So if you're worried about stickers, there were none here. Nope, nothing here is a sticker. The only thing that happens is right here, this little piece is slotted in based on player count. So here's the one for solo, and it would show me different ones for different player counts. But yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that sticker stuff. All right, did they just draw the same thing again? Man, all right, so moving 3. 1, follow the path. 2, 3. There are rules for where they follow the path. If we put other things down and, shortest distance, etc. I'm just going to worry about that as I come across it and whatnot. All right, so once again, they're going to get 2 cows because they have 3. So these 2 are going to go over here and score them points. So they're also doing the cow strategy, which makes me almost want to divert, but I shall not. All right, we're going to go to Buenos Aires. It's right here. Other thing to note. So see, there are a lot of differences. I should actually be careful saying there aren't. So here, if your train gets to these spots here, you can now take these shortcuts to Buenos Aires. So as people start filling these in, you have ways to get to the end of the line. So that's pretty nice. You'll see one over here, one here. So you can actually use your train to cut down, which is nice. I feel like it makes the train a little bit of a stronger strategy than sometimes it was. It definitely could be very good in a multiplayer game with one person focusing on it. All right, so first thing we can do is we can move any discs that we have. So we start with 1 disc here in Le Havre, and we can pay to move that disc down here. So in certain player counts, you block spaces by putting these things here. So these are just blockers, if you're wondering what these are here for. That's all they're telling us, and it just has the north, south, east, west to look nice. So we can move these down. So here I'd have to spend a grain, 6 grain, 5 grain, 3 grain. So I'm going to spend 1 grain, and I'm going to move this one down here into this section. And over here I can place it on any of these, and this one will give me 4 coins. If I don't move it, it's worth 0 points at the end of the game, but some of these other ones are worth points and other things at the end of the game if you don't move them. So there are bonuses. You don't have to move them down. Just a way to get resources. Awesome. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to turn in our cows. This is exactly the same as Great Western Trail. So we look here. We've got 2. We have to look for different ones. 2, 4, 6, plus 1 is 7. We can spend certificates, but we don't have any. So we turn those in and get rid of all of our cards, and we get 7 coins. All right, and then we place one of our discs. So instead of placing them in cities, we place them on the boats. So I thought that was a good upgrade for this game thematically. Was, okay, there's going to be boats going out of Buenos Aires, not necessarily, trains taking things across the country as it would in America. So now we get to place one on here. Because we got to 7, we could go all the way up to here, which looks pretty good because this one ships out early. So that costs 2 grain. Unfortunately, we have 0 grain. So what we are allowed to do is spend 2 coins per grain. So if you have the grain, your shipping is all set, right? You've got to feed the cows while they're on the boats and whatnot. But if you don't, you could just spend the coins. So you can kind of gain coins there otherwise. And then we could take one of our upgrades. It must be a white disc, and we can place it on there. And I guess since we're going to start doing this, we're going to upgrade our ability to help the farmers. So we have a permanent +1 when we do that activity. We place that there, and then it has a little symbol of take one of these cards. So we get one of these bonus cards for us. So let's see what we can take. This one doesn't look bad because we need one of these cows, which we have. We need a station, and then we just need one of the orange farmers. That's what we're working on. So we'll replace that. For the solo game, this is a line. They actually have it go left to right. I couldn't fit it. So this would be the one that the solo player would take. That's the only reason I have it in this line like this. Could probably even save a little space by doing something like that and just looking at them when I need to. Moving these down here, which I actually then think I could fit this deck in over here and not be stuck. Okay, cool. All right, so we've done that. Now we come here. We pick one of these 2. Does it matter to us? I guess one that costs a little bit less is good. So we'll put that one in. Here it doesn't matter. So we put the gaucho in, and then we have the maquinista, or we can put another farmer. So this farmer is going to go right here. Yellow and orange I did find hard to distinguish on the board. It's pretty clear, but you have to know that you kind of have all of those. And then I believe, I can't remember if I'm supposed to slide mine down. The bot slides all theirs down, but I think I'm supposed to as well, so that the ones I don't choose are the ones that they're going to put out. This is going to reset to here, and then I have to find my bags to replace the ones that I had. All right, there you go. That is most of the game. You've kind of seen me do not quite a lap, but you've seen me go through a bunch and the idea of what you're doing. It is a deck builder, so when you run out of cards, you'll reshuffle. So it has that element. You can cull. There's a culling action right here where you back up your train and get rid of a cow. It's a little morbid. I don't think that's the actual idea, but that's what it sounds like. But other than that, yeah, that's where we go. And then I just reset to here. It's just the first placement. You get to go wherever you want. After that, you have to make the full run across here. I don't remember the name of this town, so... All right, and I would discard my whole hand on that, so I will draw back to 4. If I can get a disc on some of these later ones, then I can upgrade my hand size or my movement or other things like that, so it can be really helpful. All right. Here we go. Back to Pedro. So Pedro will flip a card here and move 2. 1, 2. So Pedro is coming in here as well. So Pedro will move a disc... Oh, I don't remember the Buenos Aires actions. Solo mode is always the stuff I have to look up, which is why if I could play a 2-player game, I'd probably do it. Just because it's easier to just play what the players are doing. All right. In Subphase 1, delivers as much grain as possible when choosing a quarter of a city. Highest pace. All right, so he's going to deliver as much grain as possible and go here. Got it. All right, then in sub-phase 2, he skips it, loads the next ship respectively as shown on his active loading card, right? Okay, so he's going to try to load onto this card, this one right here. So that is where Pedro will put a disc. Pedro doesn't upgrade, so he's just going to take this spot right here. And he spends no grain to do so. Oh, wait. He delivers grain here. So since he has none, he won't do that. Okay, so he spends grain for this, but doesn't spend grain for this. That's a little confusing, but good to know. Was he supposed to start with a grain? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. And then just chooses from the bottom. Okay, that's actually pretty easy. All right, and then he will just choose these 3 on the bottom. And then they slide down. So this one will go here, pushing this up. This one will go here. These get pushed down. And we refill. It never occurred to me that you are backing over your cow. It is not. That is not thematically what's happening, but it always was kind of the joke with that action. I think it's, it's supposed to be like, oh, we realized we could deliver this cow for something else, for profit or for a show or something, so we're going to stop the train and go back and slow down our movement forward to get this cow to their, I think it's more positive, but it's definitely humorous to say you're backing over your cow. All right, I think we're good there. Then when Pedro goes to Buenos Aires, we go to the next card on the list. So these are going to be ones until the end, which makes this one, the timer's a little slower. It's funny, normally timers in games kind of bother me. This one's so visual. I don't know, it doesn't bother me the way it does in something like Arc Nova for playing solo, but and very easy. Pedro's very easy to control. So yeah, he would supersede this action because he went to Buenos Aires. Is the other way that works. Okay. So we've got this. We could build. We could get rid of this cow to get money and gain some people here. These ones specifically could help us out. So that could be smart. Could also get rid of a green here and build a building. I don't think it's as interested. So if we stop on one of these, we can spend to be able to help them out, and then we would get the coins. Or we can go to this action and we can remove up to 3 of them. So that's probably where I'm going to focus most of my energy, is getting to that action instead of them. Maybe I'll help this one along the way. Oh, slaughtering the cow. There you go. All right, let's go here and see what happens. Let's pull some levers. So I'm going to get 2 coins here. And then I can purchase. So I'm going to purchase this one for 6. And that's going to go here. And I can remove a card from my hand. So we're going to get rid of this cow. Just put it back in the box. All right, so that cow will go there permanently. And then we can buy another one, but we have to pay 2 additional. So these are the ones that have those on them. Let's see, that is discard any card and gain a certificate. Sure. So let's do it. So let's pay 9 for this one. We can discard any card and gain a certificate. We are down to 2 coins. All right, so there we go. We were able to purchase those and draw back up. Looks good. When I do get to helping them out, I have to look that up because it's like for every 5 you spend, you get one of these rest ones or something like that. So I've got to look that up just to make sure I remember. All right, Pedro's going here. Pedro is going to move 1 for every Machinista they have, which will go here. And then if their specialization is anything but that, they don't do anything. So pretty straightforward. They don't do a ton, which I kind of like. I don't want them to be running the game. I want to be running the game, right? All right, we could build a building and get rid of a cow here. We have a lot of things we could do there with getting a bonus card. Or we could get rid of a pair for 2. 1, 2, 3, and then move up. Do we need to buy another cow? We don't have a lot of money. Let's just keep moving. So 1, 2, 3. We'll go here. We're going to discard this pair, get 2 money. And then for every one of these maquinistas, we can move forward a space. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to help us out a whole bunch. And then we'll draw 1. There's our rest card. And we got this one that we can play on our turn, and we'll be able to draw an additional card, if I remember correctly. So we'll play this one to the table, have it, we'll get a certificate, and then we'll be able to refill. All right, Pedro's turn. Flips here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Goes to here, and then they will remove a farmer and gain 1 grain. All right, how do they remove farmers? It's actually pretty simple. In here, I didn't find it hard to reference. Not fun to reference things. Oh, I totally agree with you, Matt. Thank you. I should not say purchase a worker. I should definitely say hire. I 100% agree with that, and I appreciate the correction. I hired these 2 maquinistas, most certainly. And that is the theme of the game, too. So my way of saying it was poor. All right. Remove it from the game. Farmer with the highest pesos reward. Okay. So 2, 2, 2. So it'd be one of those. Then with the lowest strength value required, 7, 7, 6. Okay. So this one gets removed from the game. Yeah. Sorry. I think you're talking about this. When I play this card, I'll play it to the table. At the end of my turn, I will refill my hand. I don't think it's when I draw it, I play it, right? I think it's when on my turn, I play it, and then I'll get to refill at the end of that next turn, or this turn, as it is. All right, so we could go here, and in this case, we would purchase a cow. I would have 6, so I could buy this one, which I guess is kind of my strategy, so it would make sense. So we'll do that. We will gain 2, right? This was here because of this. Yeah, I guess it's officially a table hog because I can't fit it on my table, and I feel like there's a lot of things. I'm going to move my tiles here just so I have some space for my hand here. All right, so then I could purchase one of these. These have 5 and a 3 value. They're not terrible, to tell the truth. Not worth as many victory points. So these cost 5 coins. Let's go ahead and do that, just to kind of have a balance of cows and other. All right, so this one, the Chiqueño, will go here. We'll play this one to the table to gain a certificate, and then that is the end of my turn. I believe the only way to get rid of this one is to be able to go here, get rid of a card. I wonder if that was actually get rid of a card in my deck. Oh, they can be discarded. Okay. No, it looks like it was just otherwise. Okay, so we are set there. That's the end of our turn. Oops. They gain 1 grain. And the 1 is here. This, whenever you see this value, it's on the other card here. We finished our turn. Woo! Had a moment. All right, they're going to move forward 1 for every one of the Carpinteros they have. So they're going to move here. Perfect, thank you. All right, and then if they are specialized in that, they would build a building. Otherwise, they do not. They do nothing. So, again, just really a timer against us, right? Okay, this is the action we've been waiting for. So we're going to go here. We're going to gain a certificate. We could spend these at the end. And then we can help, and we have terrible, terrible numbers in our hand. Oops. Oh, actually, can we... Oh, yeah, we can get to it this way. So we have 6 total, which is really bad. But c'est la vie. It's what we got. So we have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can find somebody that has a value. These, of course, are 7s. There's a 6 right here. So we can remove this 6. We're going to gain that. And then these get discarded. And apologies while I look up this action, because I want to make sure that I get the new action correct. 100% correct. All right. Combined strength, 4 cattle cards. All right, it's based on the number of cattle cards. So if I use 3 cattle cards, if I use 1 or 2, I get an exhaustion card on my discard pile. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to actually not spend all of those. So I can spend 2 of them and hold on to this one. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and this makes 4. I'm going to do this one. Since I only spent 2 cows, I get 1 exhaustion. And then I get 1 coin for going there. And now I can take this farmer, and I can either place him next to my board for 2 points, or I can spend 6 coins, which unfortunately I don't have, and I can put them there. So I'm going to have to just put them here, which was not a great way of showing that strategy. I didn't plan for it well. I probably shouldn't have purchased a cow here and had money when I went here to help them out. So that was a little bit of poor play, but I'm going to keep moving because it's just a chance to show off the game to everybody. Oh, I also had this, huh? Which could have been smart. That's okay. That's okay. We're not gonna worry about our final score. We're just gonna do what we can. All right. 1, 2. Sometimes I get caught in like, oh, let me figure out the best thing. It's like, nah. For this one, I'm trying to show it off to the camera, right? So their train is going to move forward 1. Trains do kind of hop over each other, and they gain a grain. Boom. Back to us. So we can move forward, and that's a lot of move forward, which is nice. We could get into that station. Boy, I actually think that's worth it. So we're going to go here. We move forward. Do we have a move forward otherwise? No. We're going to move forward 3, but we're actually going to go here. Although, always have a green. Huh. That's okay. We'll go here. And then we are going to trade out. We spend a coin. We go here. We take this tile. So now we have this. We get 2 grain. And we can place one of our discs there. So should we spend this one for grain or this one to move our train? Or maybe just be able to cycle more cards is what we want to do with our strategy. We'll try that. All right, so we can put a disc down there. So lots of ways to get your discs off your board. Awesome. And then we get to do a double action after that. So we'll do this one to cycle 2. So we draw 2, and then we discard 2. So we can discard these 2. Here we're going to go and get rid of this one on our next one. So it should work out. All right, Pedro will move 2. 1, 2, come to Buenos Aires. So they're going to spend up to 2. There's only 1 they could spend, and they'll go here. Then they're going to skip this action. Then over here, they're going to place a disc on the 2, which is this one. So they're going to go here. These are going to ship out when the market here passes. Then they're going to place these 3. Boy, that's nice and simple. I like it for that reason. Oh, wait. Hold on. So Pedro doesn't do that yet, huh? Just realized that Pedro would step here, right? So this doesn't happen yet. Oh, back all that up. My bad. 1 and 1. So I missed this space right here. Right? They've got to step there. Okay. And then they'll do this action and move their train forward 1 space. And couldn't take the shortcut to get in. I believe they would if they could. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to go here, going a little bit slow. I gain 1 grain for every farmer. Unfortunately, I don't have this one, which would have been nice. And then I can get rid of one of my exhaustion cards, or I can do one of these bonus actions, but I'm going to do this and draw, and it is a different color. Look at that. So that'll be pretty good. We could get up to 10, so we can try to do this one. All right, now Pedro will go, move here, and do all those actions that I just did. So it wasn't really a big deal. 1 will go here. 1 disc will go here. These will come out. 1 here. 1 here. And 1 here. I don't remember what happens if those are full. These come here. Slide all this down. Refill. Okay. That was their turn. Back to us. Whew. So if I pass over those, I have to pay a coin for each. And unfortunately, I can't take the shortcut with my train. So I don't have to pay if I don't have the money. So 1, 2, 3 will get me in. I only have 1 coin, so I pay my 1 coin here. Trying to make an easy, accessible bank. All right. And then I'm going to go through the steps. So here, I don't have any discs that I can deliver. I turn this in. I've got 7, so I'll spend 2 to make it 9. So I can go here. So I get 9 coins. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, then I come here. These are going to get discarded. And I can remove a disc. Let's make our hand size bigger. So we'll go here. It costs 4 grain. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll spend 2 coins to make it 4. Because you can always spend 2. And then we can go here and pick what we want to put out. Where does orange go if they can't go on the board? Guessing just in one of the other slots. Try and remember back to the bandits in the other one. Oh, this is one of those ticky-tack rules that is silly to look up in the beginning. tile in the beginning. All right. Okay. Return to the box. Okay. Easy. So we'll return the one that would be green to the box. All right, that is set. This one's going to go here, and this one's going to go here. Cool. Those slide down. This comes over here, and we refill. I do like that they gave us bags, but it does take that extra minute to get each of the bags. But I would have no space for 3 piles, so it is sensible. All right, there we go. Perfect. Oh, did I miss a... Nope, the refill's right there. Oh, that did go over, though, huh? So when we were filling those up, now we're going to take the yellow ones and deliver them. So this one is going to get delivered here. Oh, gotcha. To the one spot. So it has a 1 or a 2 on it, so it's going to be left or right. This one's going to get delivered here to the 2 spot. This one's going to get delivered to the 1 spot. You can't have multiple people. And this one is going to get delivered here. Let me double check this one. This one was brown, so it should go here. Okay. And then we draw 4 and place them on the board. Here's a 7, 12, 13, and 16. So we refill those from these tiles here. Perfect. All right. Those are getting filled in. Market will reset here. Pedro's turn. Woo! Pedro should be here. So actually, we are halfway through the game at this point. And it's 8:45, so that should be good timing. All right, so Pedro is going to move forward 1 for every Carpintero, and they have 1, so they're going to go there. And then they are going to build a 1-cost building. All right. So they're going to build one of these 2, and I forget their rules on building. Like I said, it's very easy to look them up, but I do have to look them up. I think solo rules do a great job, but it does feel a little bit like looking at a flowchart. Okay, what building does he build? Oh. Buildings with a hand. Highest amount of victory points. Maximize the number of building tiles with a hand. Okay, so this one has a hand. Gonna build this one, and then where does he build it? Front of me. Okay, so it's gonna go here. Next space in front of me. Sounds good. All right, so then it is over to me. I did not draw a new hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we could just go land here. We'll try to get that one. Otherwise, we're paying a coin. Oh, I had one here I probably missed. Could gain this bonus again. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I still got several actions before I could get there, holding that one. Still might be worth it. Here I could discard this and then build a building. Discard this and hire some people, but that's where I keep running into issues. Yeah, I don't really care about building a building per se. Oh, I would like to have gotten here. If I go here, I have to spend 2 coins, and then I'm going to need 6, which I won't have, right? All right, 1, 2, 3. So we'll go over here. We'll pay 1 coin to go over that space. We're going to discard this green to get 2 coins. We're not going to build a building so we can maximize our coins to get farmers. Might not be my best decision, but it's what I've done. Hey, I have all 3 of these now, right? Perfect. So that card is going to score. Nice. Okay. Back to them. They're going to move forward 1 to their own building. Then they're going to gain a farmer. So when they gain a farmer, is that the same as... Yeah, it's a little more referencing this than I realized. I guess I should have this. Okay, it's the same thing. Highest peso reward, so I'm just going to take this one. And place it next to the board. Did they gain anything? Nope. Alright, so we're going to put it in this stack here so we don't forget. Cool. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Sorry it's a lot of rules referencing, but hopefully that'll help you to know the game a little bit better as well, would be part of the idea. Yeah, it's the same one for the other farmer. Thank you. All right, and then gain X grain, which is still 1 here. Cool. All right, on to us. So, I don't have matching ones. I'm trying to get here with money. I could discard and not pick up a cow. There, I could move my train a little bit. I can't tell where that path connects. Probably to 6. Yeah, it looks like they're all trying to connect there. And do one of these bonuses to get a coin. And then decide from there rather than 2 coins. Although that one moves me just further, right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. So we'll go here. Oh, we don't have a pair. So we'd just be moving forward the 2. That's fine. Let's do it. Then we have this shortcut that we can use. So we're just going to do that, and I think we'll be okay in terms of money at this point, because we just really need... if I had 12, it would be amazing, huh? So I could get 2 coins instead of moving that, then I could do that. Whew. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to keep moving so I can finish it. I do think there might be a little bit better I could do there, but no worries. All right, move forward 1. They're always going to gain this bottom one, and they always score it. And then we just add another one here. I'm just going to worry about these when I'm supposed to gain one. That way they don't splay out the way they did. They are done. So then I'm going to go here, gain a certificate, and I can help these ranchers here. So I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 if I can spend it. So there is a 3 here. There's a 7 and a 7. So maybe don't overthink that. 3, 5, and a 6, but I don't need more than 2 of them. So we'll gain these ones. This is exactly 14. We're going to gain 2 of these cards. We get 4 coins, which gives us 12, which means we can pay 6 and 6 for both of these and get 2 grain. And now we got a bunch of those. And those can be spent to put here in the stations as well. They count as leaders or whatever they're called. All right, so we will hire those ranchers, those farmers, to work for us. And we've cleared those from the board as well. Cool. All right. And I guess we need to have an orange one. Do I have an orange one? I do. Okay, well that's good. Is this one also orange? I actually didn't realize I didn't have that. All right. Yeah, they score them at the end. Yep, you were right. I knew that I was supposed to take one. I just wasn't sure when they're removing one from the board, are they going to do the opposite of if they're gaining one themselves? But it works the same, which is great. They made our lives easier. All right, Pedro's going to take their turn and move forward one. And then they're not specializing in that, so they just move their train forward one. And then it is us. It is nice. Pedro's pretty simple, which gives us all the thinking space. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got our 3. So actually, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is pretty nice. Although right now we have to get to 11 if we want to be up there. 1, 2. We do have the option because we could go this way. 3. 1, 2, 3. If we want to, we could get, and this would connect us to Buenos Aires. So that's why I moved up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need to get to 11. So we could go get a bunch of grain there, which is pretty sweet. And then cycle a card, and that might give us +1 if we could draw a green. Sure, let's think positive. All right, so we'll go here. If we go to that one, we could get +1 grain. We don't have any coins, so all right. We'll stop here. We get 1 grain for every farmer that we have. We can get rid of a thing, which we don't, rest, and we draw a rest, and then we can, sorry, I'm doing this action. Oh, I draw 2. Ugh, man, I didn't get there, huh? All right, so these 2 go away, and we're going to be stuck at 8. But that's okay. It's probably still worth it. All right, so Pedro's turn. Pedro is going to... I'm not going to look it up, but I wonder if Pedro resets when there's like a certain number of these in the deck. It could be so you don't know exactly what you're getting, but I'm just going to go with this for now. Pedro moves 1 according to their X value there, and then is going to take the least expensive worker, which will be this one here. Probably taking this one would be my guess. All right, and their specialization will change if they change on those numbers. All right, now it is to us. So we don't have any options. We're going to Buenos Aires. We'll ignore those. So we're going to go here. So we can move this down, which can be helpful. If we give up 4 grain, we can get 11 points. If we give up 9 grain, we can give up 5 grain. I feel like, I guess I got 1 more to try to do something with that. So maybe, whatever. Let's just do it. All right, 4 grain will get us here and get us 11 points. That will be helpful. It was 5. Oh, this one's also coins? Okay. So that's where we're going to go. This is 5 points. Here we get 7 coins. So we'll do that one. Since we're still going, that is a big differential. All right. So we'll take 7 coins. Then we will turn in our 8. No reason to make it higher because that's the highest we can go on here. So we can save those. So we'll get 8 more coins. So we're starting to get in the money. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Yeah, the Pedro part is the part that's slowing down. And admittedly, if I was at my own table with the book right splayed next to me, this setup is a little tricky. I don't mind streaming here for people. Like, it's not like it bothers me, but definitely I'm reaching under my chair to grab my book, to unfold it, to find where it is, to talk it through with people, you know. Yeah, and if I could make my decisions a little quicker, that's one of the negatives of playing so many games, is that it's like, oh, what do I want to do? What is the goal in this game? All right, so that's 8. I only need 1, huh, for that 8. So I can actually just spend a grain from here, which is nice, and I can unlock something from my board here. Pay to move my train forward. Pay to get grain. Just get coins. Let's keep our train rolling. We could get to 6 certificates here. All right, we go there, and we get one of these bonus cards. So let's see. 2 stations and something in the west. We're real close on that. A 3 card and 2 stations. North. Okay, so these do have some relevance there. I don't have a 4. So I guess I'm really close on this one. So it's, do I want a grain or do I want a certificate? Let's get a certificate. All right, we'll add another one to the stack. This one goes here. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We come through. And we have to place these down. All right, so we'll put this one here. We'll put this one here. And we'll put this one here. So that's going to refill the cow market back to 9. So 1, 2, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got more cows here to work with. And then these ones are going to set. Oh, gosh, I did that wrong. Why did I do that? I should have known I did that wrong. All right. I got to back up just a little bit. That was my bad. That was so silly. I knew it going in, and then I made the mistake. All right, when all of these sail, it was only these 2 that were supposed to sail. So I'm just going to pull 2 of these out. I'm not sure which ones they would be. And reset just a little bit. Oh, that was so silly of me. Okay. So this one should still be on the board at 9. Ah, man, actually, I did not increase my hand size, so it's not a tragedy. Where did I put that disc? So this one should still be here because it doesn't sail till here. That was so ridiculously dumb of me, and a rule that I definitely know. And then same for them. They shouldn't have this disc yet because that one didn't sail. All right, not a big deal. I have to get rid of 7 coins, get 2 grain back. I can actually move this one down, though, to get coins. So that would have been 6, and I only had 5 to spend. So we'll come down here and spend 3 to get 6. So it's not too bad. All right. Oh, man, that was a major mistake. I removed this. Oh, I would still remove this disc. So my hand size should have been 5 that whole time, which... all right, that doesn't matter. So these don't set sail till we get to here, and that's when they could be placed. And I missed that. Knowing it, but I missed it. All right, we're good. Whew. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking Pedro goes through their deck, but it's definitely this drops off the bottom, right? Oh, it's not a problem. It's totally my fault. And I caught it, and actually, I didn't use a 5 hand size, which I should have. I just lost some victory. Like, it really didn't affect the game that bad, surprisingly. Luckily, I should say. So really, those discs over, which again, I should have had the 5 hand size. I'm not even worried about how well I do in the end. That's not a big thing to me. But I hate messing up, like, big rules and the fact that it's a new rule in the game. That bothers me as well. Okay. Yeah, suddenly I'm thinking it's when this drops off, not when Pedro goes through those. But each time Pedro goes around... Why am I thinking that it's 4 times Pedro going through that deck is also a game ender? I guess I'll look it up when I get there. All right. So 2. Maybe it just happens that way. Pedro's going to move it to here when they're on the 4 stage. And then presumably I would have gone around. So maybe it's just how it works out. All right, they're moving 2 to here, and they're going to move their train forward 2 spaces. 1, 2. All right, it is to me. Okay, so I could discard one of those. I have a few of these that I need to get rid of, honestly. I can hire some folk. That'll give me a token. That will let me get rid of a card. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we'll go here. We'll get rid of this cow for 2, and then we'll hire some workers over here. So let's hire this one for 5, which will go here. And let's hire the other one there for 8. And that will go here. So we'll get another one of these tokens here, which we can cycle 2 cards out. Get rid of these. And then we can discard a card to gain a certificate. All right, and fill back up to 5. Okay. So then he'll just stay on level 4. Is that what happens? He just stays on this level until... I wonder why I ended it earlier the last time I played. Maybe I went really fast around and I managed to do that before. I was moving quicker in my other game. So that's probably what happened. All right, I am set there. So Pedro goes 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's funny when it just feels like you should... Like there's those rules like you should know the end of game rule. And it's like, All right, 3 gauchos. He's going to buy 2 3s or a 4. So we'll buy this for probably whichever gives him more points, right? So we'll buy these 2 3s. Would make the most sense. All right, back to us. So 1, 2, 3. We can get to here. Could build a building. I don't think I care about building at this point. I have not done that. So I have to spend 1 coin here. Then I gain one of these cards, which will be this one. Oh, I have to get separate stations, I just realized. Right. Wow. Yeah, now that's going to be a little tough. I am not getting that many stations. So we'll put this one in our deck and hope it works out. Pretty sure if they're not on the table, I don't have to score them, so there's that. Then I can do a bonus to cycle a card. Move my train forward 1. Which of these bonuses do I want to do? Do I want to move my train again and get into that spot? That doesn't seem terrible. Don't have any coins. So it's terrible. Should we just gain a coin? I think coins are where we're low. So we'll just gain a coin from this. All right, back to Pedro, who will move forward equal to the number of carpinteros. Has to go here. And then we'll build a building in front of me. Okay, back to me. So I can go here to get rid of a pair and then keep moving forward, which is probably good. Which pair would I want to get rid of? The greens. All right. So we'll move here. We'll get rid of this pair of greens to get 2 coins. And then we can move forward 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this updates when the ships sail, not when he goes around. Oh, did I miss that? Thank you. Okay, so that's why it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's where I got the incorrect thing. So this should technically only be on 2. Got it. Because only one of those is gone. Cool, that's why those coincide. As each of the ships sail, and then it slides off, there's the 4th one. Not the laps around. Perfect. Ah, such a simple mistake. Not a big deal, just where they're placing things will be different next time, which is now, so it doesn't matter. All right, so they're going to move forward 1. Nope. Then they're going to find the one at the highest and take it. And then get 1 grain. All right, back to us. So we could do this to get more money, because we don't have a lot of money here. We need 8, but I don't think we're even going to get there. We can help them out, but man, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's just not a lot out there. So I don't think that action is super helpful for us this time. We could move the train forward, and we have the coins now, so let's do that. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 to here. We can move our train forward 3, but we're just going to go to here. Stop here. We'll swap this out for this. Pay 2 coins and get rid of a disc. We'll get rid of this one. We can keep our thing moving. So we still have to stop at another station. And then we can do a double bonus. And we could get our train to keep moving. Or just cycle 2 more cards. Let's see what else we got in here. And we could discard these 2. Maybe. Because we can get rid of that one there. Or we could be done. Hold on. If we get rid of these 2, we would have 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so, yeah. So we'll get rid of these 2. Here. All right, Pedro's turn. Moves forward, goes to Buenos Aires. So now we'll move this one down. Spending up to 3 grain. 3 is here. 1, 2, 3. Move this one here. They don't take any coins or anything. They skip this step. They're going to deliver a disc now here. So they went here, so they're going to go to this one next. These generally go top to bottom. From what I have seen. All right. Perfect, Matt. Thank you so much for the help on that. All right, they're going to take the bottom one, and the bottom one. Now just the green ones set sail, so that's these 2. The other thing that is a little bit annoying, I would complain, is that they have these colors on here, but it's hard to see what goes where. So those 2 are going to go there. Then we're going to add 2 ships. I thought it was funny when I added like 4 ships last time or whatever. I was like, this is too many. And it was. So since they did that, now this card moves forward. I do remember that. I thought if he went to Buenos Aires, he doesn't do his action. Isn't that how it is? I thought if they land on Buenos Aires, they don't do the action. Okay. It is the exact opposite. I thought it said don't do the action. All right, so he gets this card. Not a big deal. I probably missed one thing somewhere else. Does do the action. Well, so much for a solid teach. Nah, it's been fine. Such tiny things. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons that solo modes aren't my favorite is that you're playing the game differently than the game, so you have to like remember another set of rules. And they're well referenceable, but you know, it just becomes tricky to remember them, and they're not what you're doing as a player, so it can be a little confusing on that front. All right. All right, there we go. So now it is back to us. So we're going to go here. We're going to gain 2 grain, 1, 2. Although knowing we were going to go there, I should swap out this one, I think. I'm not worried about getting more cows. And then I could get a 3rd grain, right? And then I will get rid of this card and be able to draw a new one. Hey, so now we have 11. Now we have 8 and 3 is 11. Perfect. All right, their turn. They're going to move forward 2. 1, 2. Then they're going to move forward 1 with their train. Totally appreciate it. All right, then us, we're going to go right into Buenos Aires through here because our train is already past that. So we'll come here. We can move one of these down. We don't have any because we weren't in that delivery. Then we will get money. Oh, give me 1 second. And then we'll turn in 3. It's literally my mother, so I have to respond. 11. Then 11 puts us here, so we're just going to open up this other slot again by spending 4. Oh, you know what? I'm missing that part. So when does... Is that ship never going to sail? Or will it sail immediately because we've passed that threshold? I actually don't know about that. I don't know if you check here and everything sails or if it just sails the one time. That would seem like it would be a bit of a loss, but I guess I'd just be getting rid of a disc. Oh no, Matt, I'm so sorry. Matt, do you know, so this one has the green on it, so it will never sail again? Or is it will sail immediately because at the end of the round you check for all the ones that have surpassed? I could see it being either of those. Let me know. All right, what are we coming to here? We'll put this one out. We'll put this one out. We'll put this one out to start to get towards the end of the game. Oh, give me a second. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just have to check that here and see which happens. Because I know when these come out, they're just worth victory points at the end of the game. But I don't know what happens with something like that. Unless it was... Oh, that ship was probably supposed to sail. That's probably the answer, right? This was supposed to sail the same as this one, even if they're empty. Got it. Yeah. But it would sail even if it's empty, right? That's just the part that I missed. So now I only need 8, so I don't have to spend my 3 here. I don't have to spend 1 grain, but I lose 3 coins. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, so now we got to get to 12 to get another one of those up. Oh, we get 6 cards. And a third station. All right, here we go. Pedro will move 1. Ships sailed again. Now they're on this one. Moves 1, and then takes the cheapest 6. This is their favorite, so we'll take this one. All right, our turn. We can get to here. We can go to there and hire more people. We could move our train by hiring 1 person. There's 1 here for 6. So that seems pretty good. So we'll go here, discard this for 2, then spend another 4. For 6, we're going to hire this Machinista, which moves our train 2, gets us to that station sooner. Perfect. And we should have played this card to get 1 certificate. Yikes, we're going to be close on that. And we draw 2. What is this other one here? We have to have a 4 cow, so we got to stop and pick that up, huh? Can we get one for 11? Yikes. Okay, Pedro is going to move 1 to here and is going to take one of their specialization. This one is this. My turn. Wow. How am I 12 if I zip along? This comes down, I get a grain. I don't want more cards. I don't want that one too. I can only move 3, huh? So it's here or there. So 1, 2, 3. Have to spend a coin to get across there. Take another one of these cards. My goodness. I am in the north. I'm not in the east. So I'll have to try to get one in the east. And take this one. I'm not going to have all those cows. I'm not getting another station yet. All right. So we'll do this. We'll do one of these actions to gain a coin. And we'll move the train forward 1. This train keeps on a-rolling. And draw back up. Whew. All right, Pedro will... Cattle ships wait for no one. Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Moves 5. Oh my goodness. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apparently Pedro waits for no one too. He will take a cow. He's got 5, so he's going to take 2 4s. No, my 4s. Oh gosh. All right. That's how that's going to be, huh? That market should have refilled. 2, 4, 6, 7. I missed that, so there should be 2 more. Come on. Oh no. All right, so I can't get a 4. So that's going to lose me points because they're not coming back out. I can spend 1 to add another cow. It's not happening, so we just move on. All right, we don't have any doubles. I could stop here, but I don't really want to discard it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 if I want it. So I've got 7 points sitting there. If I get a +1 somehow, I can't get that certificate. That would have been amazing, actually. So which is the better space to go to? Should we just go to one recycle cards? Sure, we'll use one of our tokens to draw 2, see what we get. And then we'll discard 2. So we'll discard these 2. And then we're going to move to here. Discard this one to get 2 coins and not purchase anything. Dun dun dun. Right? This is 10, 14. We need 1 more. Where are we going to get it? From one of these? All right. Pedro will move to the end, then do their action. So they will buy 2 4s. If there aren't 2 4s, they'll act like they have 1 fewer and buy a 5. Buy 2 3s. I think Pedro is going to kick my butt. All right, then they're going to place a disc, and that disc is going to go on this one taken, this one taken, this one. Ooh, yikes. All right, spend no grain. Then I did not refill those. I'm going to refill both here in a second. This is going to go here, so that's actually not going to move up, huh? And these will come out here and resets. Got it. Makes perfect sense. Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, do it anyway since I'm not going to buy. Draw 2. Oh, there's my 4. So now I could go get it maybe on my next lap. So there's this funny thing that I tell my wife about, which is in my neighborhood, and it's not, I live kind of in the country, like not in a suburb at all. It's rural. And I can hear someone mowing the lawn at all times. I step outside and someone just started a lawnmower. I can hear it from up here. And I mean, it's not like our houses are far apart, but you know, it's not Suburbville with like sidewalks and all that. I mean, it's all behind me is all woods and everything. But it's like I can always hear somebody mowing a lawn. I think it's so funny. Yeah, so I would use this action to draw these 2, and now I could possibly get this one. All right, I can move 3. 1, 2, 3 is an option. I'm trying to get +1. I could try to draw 2 more. I can't use a certificate. What's better? 3. We've gone over this so many times. 14. So that would bring me here. The 12 would bring me here to unlock something. This just gives me 7 points. Oh, they just took that spot anyway. All right. 1, 2, 3. We're coming here. So we can move discs down. I don't have any. He did have that disc with 0. So he couldn't move it. Okay. I don't have any to move either. So then I've done this calculation so many times. I've got 10, right? 11, 12, 13 is what I want. To get the 7 points, I think is better at this point. And are we removing this one? Sure, just in case we get around again. All right. We discard everything. We get 13 coins. We have to spend 3. 1, 2, and 2. I can finish this up. No, I'm not treating them as blocked. I just figured they were already there. Yeah, no, that's a good point too. Yeah, you can put multiple people on one is a good point. I would just say, they're already there, and I'm not going to try to figure it out. That one's going to sail, so I'm not going to try to find my +1. All right, so then we're going to go here. We'll put the 4 out. We'll put this one out, which is going to set sail with those, and we'll put this one out. Ooh, actually, we might want one of these. All right, so these ones are going to sail. This one goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here, right? Yep. So these 3 sail. This one comes out. And away we keep going. All right, we each go around one more time. And we'll try to do our points really fast towards the end. I'm not going to worry about those for now, just so I can keep moving, because I'm running a little short on time. I'll get to those when I get to them. All right, he's going to move 2, and he's going to build a building. He only has 1 carpenter, so he's going to upgrade 1. So he's going to upgrade 1 to a higher value. These are both worth 3s, and this one has a hand, so that's easy to do. So we'll put this one here. Maximizes hands on the table. All right, I have this. What am I trying to do? I've got a ton of money. If I get that to the end, I could pay to get another station. I'm not super worried about that. I really just want to get 1 station. Build a building, hire somebody. I want to hire one of these so that I can buy this, right? All right. So we'll go here. We'll discard this for 2. And then this costs 8, so we need 6 more. Pitch that, go here, and get a token. Done. Their turn. I'm playing pretty quick now. They're going to move forward 2. 1, 2 to here. That is not their specialization, so they won't do anything. These sailed, so this goes to here. So now they move 2 and get victory points. All right, or go on those ships. 1, 2, 3. Where can I get to? I don't want any more bonuses. So we'll go here. They did not increase my movement. We'll get rid of this one to get 2 coins. And I could build a building for a point. We will build this one. I don't want it to be in my own way. Right? We'll build it here for 2. Worth a point. All right, and then we shuffle. Pedro. We'll move 3. Oh, you know what? I did treat them as exclusive for him, so he should have had all those other ones. He could have gone on... Why would he pick a different one, though? Is he the one that picks a different one? We're not going to worry about it. Okay, so Pedro's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3 to here. Wants to step on his own buildings. 1, 2, 3. Wants to go as first as possible. We'll remove a farmer tile. These are all on 2s. So the lowest numbered one gets that for 2 points. And then gains 2 grain. Back to me. 1, 2, 3. I'm going here. I'm going to discard one of the frontezeros. Get 2. I've got 2 here. So with 2... Oh, I need 3 to get one cheaper, huh? All right, so with 2, I could buy this one for 11. And then I can flip 2 more cows. All right, I got my cow. Holy cow. And draw. All right. Pedro will move 1. Can't cut in. I got to get my station. Then we'll do nothing. Easy. All right. Do I want to do that and get a bunch of those? I don't have coins. That's a weird strategy. All right. No. So I want to move my train. So I want to go here. Move my train into here. I don't have coins. I need to do something else first. That hurt me a bunch, huh? So if I go there, I could get a single coin. Oh no, what am I going to do? How am I going to get coins? Move my train a different way? I need that station. Oh, those coins hurt me. So I really should have gone here first, right? So my previous turn, I should have gone here. Oh, that would have moved me in there anyway, though. Just thinking about playing too fast. So I go here, and I do a single action. I don't have a way to get those coins. Come on, think. I can get 1 coin. And that's what I'll have to do, and then figure it out. All right, Pedro's turn. Gonna move 2. 1, 2 goes into here. We'll move their train forward 2. 1, 2 into this station. Then does what? Gains a grain. Then we'll move any of these down, spending grain. So they could spend 2 grain to go here. And then add discs. We'll add 1 to the 7. It's just what they're on, right? Okay, so they're going to go there. And then also move this one down. They can't. Oh, and this one for 1 would go here. And then put these 3 tiles out. Alright, so when I come around, that's going to be done. So I'm not going to be able to get that on there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could just get on an 8. A 7. Alright, we're just going to call it and bring it in here. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3, 4. Oh, I can use a cycle. So draw 2. Discard 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to get to 12, though. So we'll do it one more time. Get rid of this one and this one. I think I only added 1. 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, look at that. So we'll come in here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do those other things. I don't have any grain, so those aren't moving. But this is 12. So I can take a disc from here to get 3 coins. Go here. 12, so I'm going to get 8 back, which is going to give me 10 total. This will slide off. Those are just going to go there. And that will trigger the end of the game. And I don't remember if Pedro gets one last turn. I'm okay. I can go a little bit past 9:30. Got it. When you do that, makes perfect sense. Well, let's just assume he gets one more turn. Because he's the second player. And he'll do this card. So he's going to move forward 2. And then purchase this one. All right. So Pedro has 7, 8, 9, 10, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And 6 is 35, 39. Scores this as though 43, 49, 53, 61, 65, and 7 is 72 points. And another 8 is 80. All right, so Pedro's got 80. I lose these 2. No, I gained this one and 1 of these. I lost this one because I didn't get my 3rd. So that's 6 points there. I should have got 3 more coins. All right, so that's going to be 4 points. I think this one doesn't score. 5, 6, 7, 5. 5 is 10. So I have 10 points. Nothing here. 11, 12, 16. Another 15 is 31. 32, 33. 34, 35. 40. I think I did really bad. 43. I don't think I have a set of those. I still have to buy another one, but maybe not. 45. And then I think it's every 5 coins, and I had a few extra. 47. I think I got crushed. Good morning. Eric says, I own and really enjoy Great Western Trail 2nd Edition. I'll be curious to hear how you think Argentina stacks up against the first game in the series. All right, I think I have 47 and Pedro has 80, which means I did terrible. So I definitely need to make better decisions. This farmer thing was weird. I think you just have to figure out how to play through that and get rid of these cards more. I probably needed to take this action here that I could get rid of them. This was pay 1. This is just do it. This is pay 3 to get rid of 1. So there's that. All right. I think either way I lost. Things did not go super well for me, but I was playing quick and trying to get to those, so I think it kind of makes sense and took some subpar things as I was saying. All right, my overall thoughts. I'll stay on this screen so you can kind of see the board here. I think it's great. I think it's just an alternate way to play. You've got some other things to think about that are different. It's Great Western Trail, but it changes it. It's kind of like adding an expansion, if you will. I mean, it gets rid of some things and adds others. I think this costs 3 now because I realized that was a very powerful ability, so there's some updates on things like that. You've got different buildings. The grain is an interesting interaction. The ships that take off, it's kind of a really fun thing where you get rid of your disc, but then you're cashing in on a bonus that comes a little bit later. I think that's kind of neat. These are obviously all the same. I mean, you really got the bones of the same game. This whole farmer interaction is interesting, and I tried to do it, and I seemed to fail miserably at it. I just never had coins at the right time. Maybe because I was also buying cows and buying people here, so I probably was triple focused, and that wasn't helping. I think had I just been able to do this and spent my money to go here, then I get to just directly put discs on these various places, which would have given me coins. So that's what I needed to do. Was instead of focusing on this track, I needed to do this and kind of go all in on one thing. So that was my bad on the strategy. I still feel like I probably had a few other points that I'm not thinking of, but for the most part, I think this is where I was at. It didn't go super well. I mean, they've cleaned everything up. Obviously, the 2nd edition I haven't played. I've played the 1st edition. But there's just a lot of cleanup on some things. Looking neat, nicer. I guess the board's a little bit harder to read with these paths, but if once you see the path, it's not too bad. It's like, since you know it splits here, you know it splits here, you know it splits here, it's not so much. I really like this edition, where if your train moves up, you can take the shortcut to Buenos Aires. That felt really worth moving my train to get those. I missed this spot, which clearly did me in with the 1 coin. Oh, there's certainly different strategies you can try. Yeah, I mean, like the regular game, you've got the cow strategy, you've got the building strategy, you've got the train strategy to get to these big points at the end. I don't know what this does. That's the first time I've noticed that. Maybe it's just a thing? Yeah, I don't know what that does. Yeah, but obviously if you can get to here, you can get a whole bunch of points and other things, so that's kind of neat. Oh, when you get to here, you reset your train to here, and then you can come around again, I guess? I don't know. I'm not sure what that does. I did not read up on that rule. I just noticed it now, so didn't check it. Yeah, so Matt here is saying he likes the ships better than the original trains and how all that works out. I agree until you add that Railways of the North, is that what it was called? Where you could add the extra board that goes up above. Then I thought it got really interesting. Yeah, you just loop back if you go off the end. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I thought that was... I definitely liked the ships. I thought it was an interesting upgrade. So the question always becomes with these things is, should you or could you own both? You could definitely own both, especially if you were playing Great Western Trail a bunch and you wanted to switch it up. It's kind of like having 2 different modes or whatever, right? Getting a different opportunity to go for the same style game, like kind of guaranteed, but a different strategy. I don't know if you're playing primarily solo, if one seems better than the other. I actually never played the solo in the other one, so I guess I wouldn't know that, actually. Yeah, it'd be tricky. I guess if I had a game group, I'd have one person own this one and the other person own the other one, and that's what it would be. Rails to the north, that's what it is. Yeah, I feel like when you're adding rails to the north, then you get a lot of really interesting decisions, and a lot of different paths that you can go through, whereas this was a little bit more linear in that approach. I like the retheming of it all. I thought it was really fun and well done. These rest cards were a little frustrating. I don't know what the what the relevancy of them was. They seemed tricky to deal with. So maybe I was playing some of those wrong. I apologize. I really felt like I had a lot of the rules. I did have a lot of the rules down. I shouldn't be overly worried about that. This soul's a little more forgiving. Oh, yeah, certainly there's going to be people that have both, right? There's just collecting to have both. I really like Alexander Pfister. I have almost all of his games, I think, if not all of them. So he does such a great job. I like that. It was brutal. Okay, so this one's a little bit easier, says Matt, so that's good to know. Yeah, I mean, those are my overall thoughts. It's just such a great game. It really is. I forget until I go back and play it. There's just so many clever ideas, so many paths that you can explore. I find in a lot of Pfister's games, if I don't win, I'm just so happy with the paths that I explored and what I got to do that it makes it really good. I've still really been a Maracaibo fan, especially ever since they added Uprising. I think I like that one a lot. I haven't played Sky Mines yet, but I loved Mombasa. That was really fun, and I'm happy to have the new theming, but put it in space, so it's tricky for me to buy it to play with my wife. But I love the card mechanism in that. So those two I've always kind of thought of above Great Western Trail a little bit, but now going back to play Great Western Trail, I just forget how phenomenal it is. Just a ton of fun. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on that. You know, your mileage is going to vary in terms of how many games you want to have and what you want to see and whatnot. But yeah, these are just... Yeah, Mombasa's got a little bit of a different beat because you're like competing on those tracks with people. It feels less like running your own engine and more of a little bit of competition. And I actually really enjoy that more than I think I might let off by playing a lot of cooperative games and not worrying about score and all those kind of things. But I think I do like a lot of it. Sky Mines solo. Yeah, I could see that. It's weird for me. I wanted to do like a heavy game solo day, and I just didn't have a day this week that I had enough time to sit and do that. So I picked this one. But it's just not always my favorite to do that. But being here and streaming makes them a lot better for me. Getting a chance to talk with people and everything and talk out my moves makes it somehow more interesting to me. I don't know. Maybe that's narcissistic. I'm not sure. But yeah, just the time with people. So they're those. I tend to solo games. I tend to like kind of like a fight a battle, win a battle kind of thing versus score points. I did particularly terrible here. I wonder if maybe I did get 4 points for this. Maybe that pushes me above 50 at least for what I was doing. But anywho, I got to play the game. That was the key. Now I could set it up and focus on how would I do better and go, oh my gosh, I did such a terrible job. I actually see now that I was trying to buy cows, I was trying to do the conductors, and I was trying to do that, and I spread myself too thin. So I could see that, and I know in Great Western Trail that was a huge thing. If you spread too thin, you really start to lose your effectiveness. So that was definitely happening. I thought I did pretty well scoring here, and then not being able to move these down, I think, hurt me. Because, yeah, had I just had some to spend, I had a shot at some big points here, some more points, and even over here, just grabbing some coins. But I had no grain. I guess I did choose the end of the game, so I probably could have gone here. Then I probably could have gone here. I wonder if I hadn't taken this advancement and I'd taken this one, right? And I got rid of the 2, and then I went here to get 2 more. That would give me the 4. Then I move here, get the grain, and spend 1 to move my train. I think I'd still be 1 coin off. Or was I holding 1 coin? I was holding 1, right? So then I could have spent, and that would allow me to move in here and get this. I would have gotten 4 more points, 2 more coins. This is for a set of stations. So then all of a sudden, these are scoring 12. I think I was minus 4 in my deck. 8. So yeah, this would bounce a lot more, right? It's a 6-point swing. So that would have been 6 more points, plus 3 is 9, plus 4. So if I was at 51, 60, 64, right, would have been a better move. So I think that was the thing that and then I might have had the right, when I went in, right, 64. What did this end up on the 5? So that was fine. So that probably wouldn't increase, but maybe 2 there. But let's just say it didn't. But then I'd also be sitting on 3 grain. So this one could come down to get me coins. That was only 2 points there, huh? Yeah, I guess that wasn't enough grain to really get myself there. So I would have needed to find 1 more grain somewhere. Over here, what would 4 get me? 4 would get me 2 points and 8 coins. So maybe some combination of this would have really just given me 6 instead of 7, so it would have lost a point and gained 13 coins, which is 2 points. That's just 1. So I would have been 65. There was still 80, so it wasn't going to push me some enough. Yeah, I had all the engineers and didn't move my train, so that was definitely an issue because there was a lot more points here. So that was just my bad in terms of when I was purchasing, so I needed to focus them as another style. Anywho, that is the game. Oh, did I not take my grain when I played this? So I probably had one. That is that. Thank you, everybody. I actually do need to go now, so I will have to end it there. I appreciate everybody watching. Stay tuned to the channel. When I do get to 1,250 subscribers, I am going to do a live 4-handed play of Marvel Champions for people who would be interested in watching me try to control 4 heroes. I'll do 4 X-Men, so please like and subscribe and share with anybody that you can that might want to watch that or other games. I've got plenty of other games on the channel as well, so looking forward to that. And then, as always, check out the Right Brain Rollers podcast. If you have not, myself and Eric Summer talk about a pile of games every 2 weeks. We actually just recorded, this is my little recording studio now back here. So we just recorded another episode yesterday. So you'll hear that soon. Actually, I think that one comes out in June. So we're a little bit ahead of the ball right now in case we end up going on trips and things. So there's that. Oh, Boone Lake is a very good solo game. I 100% agree. That was the other one I was trying to think of. I was like, there was another big game. It's real good solo. I totally agree with that. More timers. He does timers really well for some reason. I guess it's because it's not a strict timer. It doesn't say 12 turns. It bothers me in some other games where it just says you have this many turns. But there's that. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching Step into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. And until next time.